Hi crafters, it's Hannah here from Handcrafted Creations. Welcome to my craft room today and welcome to today's live class. So today we will be using the new in colours that are going to be in the new annual catalogue from 2018 to 2020. So in the new catalogue that will be live as of Thursday. When's the first? Is it Thursday or Wednesday? There's my calendar. Friday. Yeah, so the new catalogue is live on Friday. So if you still haven't got one, let me know. Everybody who requested one or who has shopped through me has already received it. But if you haven't requested one yet and you would like one, let me know and I'll get one in the post to you. That will be live from Friday. So just a reminder that any of the retiring products as of Thursday night will be gone. So over on my website I will show you very quickly. There we go. There'll be a link in the description to my online shop, so you can, and then you'll see just on the left hand side last chance products. So these are all of the products that are retiring, so stamp sets that are going to be retiring, and bundles that are retiring are there as well. Now, yeah, so bundles that are retiring. Some of the products in the bundles are still going to be in the catalogue, but the bundle itself is retiring. So for instance, this, what I mean, that's the French version, but that punch and that stamp set as a bundle will be retiring, but that punch is still there. But the bundle price is retiring. So if you want to get it as the bundle, which is when you'll save 10%, it's best to get it now. And then these products are also retiring, so the in colours that are retiring are in there, and the embellishments and all that stuff. So as I said, there will be a link in the description that will take you to my online shop, so you will get to see them there. And yes, I think that is, oh no, one other thing I wanted to say, that as of with the new catalogue, if that makes sense, with the new catalogue I will be doing product shares. So I'm going to start off with designer series paper shares. So what that will mean is you'll get a share of a bundle of the designer series paper, probably 6x6 I'm thinking. So then you'll get a little bit of a few different packs of paper. I'm still deciding whether or not to do it on all of the paper that's in the catalogue, or whether to section it down into a few at a time. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you would prefer, if you want me to do it on all of the paper, so you'll get a little bit of absolutely everything pretty much that's in the catalogue, or whether I should section it down. But I will have a blog post up, let me think, probably today or tomorrow, with the details on how you can get that. So product shares are going to be starting with the designer series paper, so you'll get a little bit of everything for say like a fraction of the price. So instead of buying all of them yourself, we'll share them out, so everybody will get a little bit of everything. You can just see Mum leaving there, and you'll get to see a little bit of everything, so you can get to see what you like, which one's your favorite, and then if you want you can get more, a full pack of that one just for yourself. So there will be a blog post on it. So there's Mum. There will be a blog post on it with a bit more details, but that's pretty much it. We'll share it out basically. So I'm going to start with the paper and then see how that goes, and then maybe add on other products as we go along. So that's everything I think I wanted to let you know about today. As you can see, I have Mum over there on the comments, so if you have any questions, suggestions, or any of that good stuff, then just type away and Mum will shout them out to me if I'm not looking. So we will get started. We're going to be using the new in colours today. So here they all are. We've got Lovely Lipstick, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, Blueberry Bushel and Grapefruit Grove. My favourite already is Lovely Lipstick. I think that is absolutely lush. So yeah, that's definitely my favourite already. And these are the new ink pads. If you haven't seen them yet, they open a lot easier than the old ones. So they just flip open and then you slide them down. So these are new, so they're a little bit stiff still. But as you use them, they will loosen up. And they're also stackable, so you can see these little feet mean that they stack on top of each other. So you can store them like so if you wish, so that'll take up less space. So yeah, those are the new in colours. And the stamp set we're going to be using for this week's projects is the Jar of Love stamp set, one of my favourites. And there is a coordinating die set as well, which we are going to be using. So I have done some bits already, some of the die cutting, just so you're not sitting for ages watching me die cut, but we are still going to do some together as well, because, you know, why not? So for the first card, let me grab the bits that I need. So the first card, we're going to make a shaker card, a very simple shaker card. Just grabbing my bits and pieces that I need. So the main thing that I sort of wanted to show you on this card is making your own little shaker bits, and I'll show you what I mean. Excuse me. So in here I've got already some silica gel. So if you don't know what that is, whenever you get a handbag, or it's usually in a handbag, you'll get these little packets of silica gel. So they're in there to keep it fresh. I guess it sucks in the odour or whatever, I don't know, stops damp or something. But when you actually open them up, you'll see, and I'll tip them onto here, they're these little clear balls, so you can see. So all I've done with these ones in here is added some re-inker to them. So I'll chuck those in there as well, and then add a few more drops. So you can see that actually looks quite cool with some clear and some colour. So I'll add what colour? Literally a drop will do it. So just one drop of re-inker. So that's Bermuda Bay, and then I'm going to add one drop of Pacific Point. Oops, that was 2 drops. And then just shake it up. So this is just a tub that some sequins came in before. So any of the embellishments and stuff, I always keep the packaging just in case. So shake them up, and then you'll see, whoops, you'll see that they're all coloured, and I might just throw another pack in there. What's that, Mum?
Steph. Okay, I know it's 99 to join, but once you have you got the monthly quarterly, or can you just add when you want?
There is a quarterly minimum. Steph's just asked a question. There is a quarterly minimum to remain a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Whether or not you meet that quarterly minimum is up to yourself. Yeah, there is a minimum to stay a demonstrator, but whether or not you meet, however you meet it, it can be either you placing orders, or if you have customers, or if you want to do classes, or however you want to do it, is up to you. But there is a minimum, and that's quarterly. So yes, that's it. Thank you. I don't know where my brain's gone today. You can be your own customer, or if you have other customers, that's fine. Either way, it doesn't actually matter how you get your orders in. But there is a quarterly minimum. But if you like, Steph, I can drop you an email with a little bit more information. If you message me your email, then I can send that to you, so you can have a look over the details. So, shaker card. So I've already stamped and die cut the largest jar that's in the stamp set, and I'm gonna stamp, because I've kind of gone with blue tones on here, I'm gonna do a fish. So I don't think I've actually done the fish before. Can you just shout it out to me, Mum?
Does that include if you just want to be a hobby and not a demonstrator?
Well, whatever you do, you're still going to be classed as a demonstrator, whether or not it's for your hobby or whether you want to make it a business. You will still be classed as a demonstrator. So yeah, so however, whatever you want to do with it, you're still classed as a demonstrator, and you will still have those minimums to meet. Yeah. I mean, I suppose in theory we're both kind of still hobby demonstrators, but it's kind of, however, whatever you want to call it, it kind of doesn't matter. You're still a demonstrator. So I hope that makes sense. If not, ask away, and Mum will shout it out. So for this one, I'm going to make a window. I've already die cut as well. I don't know if you can even see that. Some window sheet that's going to go behind the jar. So I'll just stick that on now and give that a chance to dry. I'm just in a thin line of Tombow. Like so. Let me know if the lighting goes a bit weird, because I think I said last week, this time of day the sun sort of comes right in on this window. So if the lighting goes weird, you can't see what I'm doing, shout out and Mum will let me know. So I'm gonna do a fish, whoops, in this jar. So I'm actually going to stamp the fish at the water for the fish before I actually put the jar on, just to make sure I get it in the right place. So I'm going to, I know this will be too dark, this is the blueberry bushel, so I'm going to stamp off a couple of times to see. I actually want the lightest one, so I'm going to stamp it off twice and then stamp that in the middle, actually about there. like so. So what does everybody who's got it think of the new catalogue? I am loving so many things in there. It's crazy. So I want to add some of this leafiness, but I only want the top bit there. So again, I'm going to ink it up. And oops. Try and ink it up properly, Hannah. Stamp off once and then stamp that down. So you've got a nice leafy thing. This is going to be in our fish tank. Close these up. How do I close them now? Oh, that's it. So to close them, you just pull and flip straight over. And then our fish, I forgot to grab. I've got Memento Black. I'm going to stamp the fish in the water part. And I want them a little bit darker, so I'm going to ink it up again and bring this down and stamp it again. So I've got a really dark fish there now. Cool. So when your window bit is dry, that'll sit over. Oh, look, that's adorable. Okay, sentiment, that would be good. I haven't actually decided on a sentiment, so you'll see what we've got in here. Let me just put these bits away. I'm sure one of these says something about fish. Life feels empty without you. You light up my life. How about life feels empty without you? Don't think I've stamped that sentiment. So, where is it? They're all dropping off. There he is. Life feels empty without you. So, but hey, thanks, Ian. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, thank you so much for that super chat. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, that's my first super chat. Woohoo! Oh, thank you. Wow. Oh. Oh, that is awesome. Oh. That's literally made my day. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh. Thanks, bro. He's like my brother from another mother. So I'm just adding around the jar my foam tape. So when you're adding this, sorry, can you see? You want to make sure that there aren't any gaps. And I hope I've got enough for all of what I've planned to do today. So I'm going around the jar. Like so. There we go. Cool. So make sure there's no gaps if you've had to join it up like I have. So I'm going to put that on the card and then, oh no, tell a lie, I'm going to stamp the sentiment first and then put it on the card. So it's going to go about there. So I can stamp the sentiment down the bottom right hand corner. Let's get that on there straight. And we'll do that in Blueberry Bushel. There we go. Oh. So now we can mount that onto, so I've got some pineapple punch. I'm loving these new ink colours, by the way. So yeah, if you're a fast fuse girl like me, that is retiring, so stock up before they've gone. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted about that. I'm definitely a fast fuse girl. So my card base is Blueberry Bushel. And that's going to go on there. Come on. There. Like so. So then we can get some of our silica bits. Now I'm going to try and do this so they don't go everywhere. So keeping my card flat, there's a very good chance we will have a fun time with this. See, they're already going. You know what? Before it gets crazy, I'm going to, whoops, grab my blocks to try and corral them into place. So I just want a few in there. There we go. Now hopefully they'll stay. There we go. So some of them are a bit lighter, some of them are a bit darker because we use the 2 shades of Reinker. So then just take off the backing off your foam strips. Instead of fast fuse, I'm probably just going to use snail. Yeah, because I mean Tombow's fine, but the reason I don't use it much is because I always get messy when I'm crafting, which I don't mind, but I don't want to be messy and sticky, because that I'll just get into even more of a mess. So probably just the snail. I mean, I do have a couple of fast fuses, like the refills left, but yeah, probably just the snail. There we go. So there's our little shaker card and our little fish in the jar. So don't throw away your little silica gel bags. I've got one here that's blue tones. I do have, where's that other one? Bear with, another one that's kind of pinky colours as well. So you can have a few of these ready to go and then just keep topping them up as and when you need. So card number 1 with silica. Okie dokie. So I'll pop that up there. There's my silica. So card number 2 is coming up, and we're going to be using, I mean, just look at that colour. Lovely lipstick. It's gorgeous. So I've got card base of lovely lipstick, and I'm going to do just a very simple card this time. So we've got another layer of lovely lipstick and then a layer of Whisper White that's going to go on top. So we're going to work on this one, and we're also going to do some die cutting. Where are my scraps of white gone? Where did I put them? I've got them here somewhere. Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. I have got some more here as well. So I'm going to stamp the flowers that I'm going to die cut first, I think. So we've got that one and that one. I think I might just do the 2. So I need that stamp and that one. Does that coordinate? And then that one. So this one, I'll show you. I want these 3. So blocks. So this stamp, even though it's 2 flowers together, when you actually punch it out, they separate. So let's get these open. So I've got the lovely lipstick, the pineapple punch, and grapefruit grove. So if we go lighter colours, so I'm going to do, let's do 3. So that's the first layer. They're 2-step stamps as well. So then this should line up over the top. Is it that way or that way? No, that way. Yeah. So line that up. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. And cool. So yeah, there's 2, the stamps are together, but when it cuts out, it will be 1, they'll be separate. And then I'll do 3 of these as well. And then again, adding some highlight. There. I'm going to just close these because I will stick my finger in them. And then I'll bring in the big shot and we can cut them out. Okay. Oh gosh, this is so heavy. So, so I've got my big shot. So dramatic, I know. I've got the magnetic platform, then I've got whichever plate is the flattest, I think is that one. just because when you're using the magnetic platform, it holds better when you've got a flat plate. So this one will line up with this flower. And this one with these two. And then we cut. So doesn't take very long to do these, and I do put 2 dies on together. I've not had any problems doing that with the Big Shot. I know some companies or whatever or people will say don't ever put 2 dies through together, but I think because the Big Shot has got a platform, so you can lay everything in place before you actually run it through. I've found anyway that I haven't had any issues. I know when I was using, I won't say the name of it because that's a bit mean. When I was using a different die cut machine, that you have to lay everything up and then move it over to the die cut machine and then run it through. That's when I found problems, but because this has got a platform that you can prepare everything on, it's been fine. But it's sort of at your own discretion kind of thing. Okay. And there we go. Okie dokie. Let me move it over. And I keep my plates in the Big Shot like that as well. Helps to keep them flat, I have found. So like I said, this one, it's cut them out separately. So we've got 3 of that one. Oh, that one wasn't very good. Oh well. And those. Okay. So bringing in this piece, I'm going to stamp a wreath type shape. So let me grab the stamp I need, that one, and then pop these back in. So as well, you'll see that there's a little notch on the top of the stamp. You see there, and that tells you that when you stamp it that way up, the notch on your dies, which is there, it tells you which way you need to actually place your dies. Does that make sense? So if you've got the notch facing up on your stamp, the notch facing up on your die, it'll fit perfectly. And it has even got it on the acetate sheet that you stick it on as well. So it's just a way of helping you get everything lined up nicely. So, gosh, I'm hot. I don't know where all these go. Anyway. So for this, I want to curve it so it makes a circle. So if you put it down on your surface, oh, let's clean that off. Or actually, what's easier is pop it down and then shape it. So that's a good thing with photopolymer stamp sets, you can bend them, so you can then stick or stamp them in a different shape. Cool. So I'm going to grab a Call Me Clover. And I'm going to stamp it once. This isn't going to be a perfect circle, but hey. And then move it round. Stamp it again. Move it round. Stamp it again. So you've got 4 shades, and then ink it up again. Like so. So you've kind of got a wreath. Wreath or reef? Wreath, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, I think that's kind of probably enough. Just do one more. Yeah, that's enough. So I've just stamped without re-inking it. So you get two-tony effects going on. Are you all chatting away? That's cool. So no, that way. So I'm putting this onto a layer of lovely lipstick. And that's going to go on with some dimensionals. There we go. Then we can stick our flowers on. Oh, I forgot to stamp the sentiment. Dope. That's so not straight. Oh well. I've done it now. Okay. So we've got these 3. So some can go flat and some can be popped up. Oh, that looks cute just like that actually. Might not need these. In fact, yeah, I think I like that just like that. So the big ones I'll do flat. Oops. And then the smaller ones I'll pop up. And then we'll add a sentiment. So now 1 dimensional on the back of each of these. That goes in the middle of the big ones. Oh, that's cute, even if it is crooked. Okay. Oh, yeah, we need a sentiment. So I'm thinking, whoops. How about thanks? Keep it simple. In lovely lipstick. These are a little bit stiff when you first get them, I've found. Now hopefully this will stamp okay. Yay! It does need some bling on there. Mum, would you mind passing me some rhinestones, please? I think we do need a little bit of blingage. Yeah. Thanks. So have a few rhinestones, a few of the big ones and a couple of the little ones. Oh, that's cute. Whoops. There we go. And that's card number 2 all done. So I think I will probably I'll probably use these on the inside. Okie dokie. So our next project is, what am I doing next? Yeah, it's kind of similar to the shaker, but it's just a little, it could be a gift tag or something along those lines. So I've already stamped and die cut 2 of the jars again, and the same as we did with the shaker card, I'm just going to add some yeah, I've got a drink here, my throat's starting to go sore. I'm going to add some acetate to each bit. Just have a sip. So exactly the same as we did before, but you need 2 of them this time. So let's add that one. And let that dry. So just a little bit of stamping on this, just the handle, which we will die cut out, and then the for you. So I'll do the handle in, what colour? Black. So you could do this in any colour really. And you need 2 of those. And then the sentiment for you. I'm going to do a couple of those as well, and you'll see why in a moment. Oops. Okay, so there is a die that cuts out the handle, so let me bring in the big shot. Oh. So line that up. And cut that out. And if your big shot makes those clicking, cracking noises, that's normal. Don't think you've broke it. Broken it. And then pop that out. So you've got one handle and second handle. Okay. Right, so where's my mouse? So we've got two of those. Oh, I can use these. And then I'm just going to snip these out. Actually, where's my big scissors? Make sure I get straight lines. So I'm just using my scissors to cut out the for you as close as possible to the letters. So one, and another one. So what's everybody been doing with the bank holiday, by the way, here in the sunny UK? It actually is sunny as well for another bank holiday, that the weather's actually nice. It's a holiday. So I hope everybody's had a nice day. So our two jars, I'm just going to trim down a smidge on this one. Just a bit of my acetate is popping out, and we don't want that. We want it nice and neat. Oops. There we go. Okay. So, same as you did with the shaker card, you're going to get some of your, hang on, before we do that, we'll stick the handles on. Yeah, do that first. What am I going to stick them with? Glue dots. That should work. So, yeah, just pop a couple of, whoops, glue dots. And stick your handle down. So it looks like that. And the same on the other one. Oh yeah, the flood, the rain yesterday. And then we've got gorgeous weather today. It was a little bit crazy yesterday, wasn't it? We were sat in here, and it was just going crazy. Thought it was the end of the world. Joke. So I'm just adding the foam tape around. Round and around and round. And then just snip. And again, just double check that there's no gaps, because we don't want any of the stuff you put inside to come out. So press it down really well and just double check. So popping in these flowers. So the for you want one facing down and one facing up, like so. Can you still see with the sun shining in, by the way? And then I'm adding some of the sprinkle embellishments, so some sequiny bits basically in the middle. So before I stick it down, I just want to make sure I haven't got too many. No, that's fine. Static. So then take off the backing. Oops. And then line up the two jars. So I'm going to try and not get my head in the camera, but just want to make sure they're lined up as best as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. So then you've got a little shaker embellishment. So you've got the for you that side, but when you flip it over, those flowers want to move, and it doesn't. You've got a for you that side, and you can just pop a little glue dot, which I think I'll do. Just so the two handles stick together. And you can just fold it over. Whoa. There we go. So you've got a little 3D shaker tag. So cute. Oh. And you could put a ribbon on that to tie it onto a gift or whatever you want to tie it onto. So that's project number 3. One more to go and then I'm out of here. So what am I doing? Pardon? Yeah, I'm cooled down because I'm boiling. Not that I'm complaining, I'm just saying it's a bit hot in here. So last one will be a card. Whoops, oh, I've got ink on it. It's okay, I can turn it over. So this is, what colour is this? Pineapple punch. Still getting used to the new colours. And similar to the second card that we did, I'm going to stamp some flowers, die cut them out, and then make a little card. So I'm just going to go with some blueberry bushel, and so I'm going to use the same flowers again. So those two, line up with that one, and then I think there's one for that one as well. Yeah, there is. So we can use that one. Yeah, I think that will be enough. Yeah, we'll just go with those. So just grabbing some blocks. I'll do the big flower first. So this time I'm going to stamp and stamp off to get different shades. So stamp off, stamp off, stamp off, and then using the same colour, this time full strength, so meaning I'm not going to stamp off, I can stamp over the top and you'll get a two-tone effect. So that's that colour, and we'll do the same with Lovely Lipstick with this flower. So ink it up, stamp off. Oh, that's a bit messy, hang on. Got ink all on my block. So ink it up, stamp off, stamp, ink it up, stamp off, stamp, ink it up, stamp off, and stamp. Then the highlight colour, the highlight stamp even. So ink it up and we're going to stamp it full strength. Like so. Fabulous. And then last but not least, in fact no, I'm not going to stamp the other one on here. So we can cut these out now. Where's my dies gone? There's that one, there it is. Okie dokie. So last bit of die cutting for today. So lining them up. See, because this is flat, I can put those together and they're not going to move, she says. There we go. Oh, come on. That'll do. Okay. And the next ones. So the stamping off is a good technique to remember if you don't have a lot of ink colours. Whoops. Sorry guys. It kind of doubles or even triples the one colour that you've got, because you can have a few shades. So always a good one to remember. And then there's this last one. There we go. So that's all of the die cutting. I've got all of my flowers there. So I've got a few flowers, that size and that size. So bringing our card, Whisper White cardstock, I'm going to stamp a bit of a background in Call Me Clover. I'm going to use this stamp. So if I show you the front cover, you'll see what it kind of looks like. It's that one, the sort of hash, cross hatch kind of look. Oh, I've got really inky fingers, getting ink everywhere. Let me just clean my hands because I don't want to mess up my card before I've even made it. This is why I have baby wipes on hand all the time. Okay. There, nice fresh piece. So the crosshatch, I'm going to start down the right hand side and I'm going to stamp it a couple of times. And then ink it back up and stamp again. And then go in the opposite direction.
Oh, you just get our nipples and all broken.
Oh no!
Blueberry bushy.
I'll phone give demonstrator support a call tomorrow. They'll replace it for you if it's broken. I don't think it's open today because of the bank holiday, so there. I think that'll do. And then our flowers are going to sit. Well, let me add it to the card base first. Like so. Okay. So I'm just arranging my flowers. Let's see. Something like that, I think. Okay, so I'm going to pop them all up, I think. So let's just get some dimensionals on the back. And then figure out where we're going to put them all. So one of the big ones on the biggest flower and then the next size down. I think for the smallest ones I'll use a mini dimensional. Oops. Okay. So I'll pop the big ones on first. Like so. There. Then the next size down. Oops. One in the middle. One over here. And one up there. Then the little ones. Like so. Can't get the backing off, come on. We've kind of made a little bit of a garden, basically. Oh, that's quite cute. So I just need to stamp a sentiment. What have haven't I used yet? Look at the state of this. I've kind of just been chucking everything on here, so I've got stamps stuck to stamps and dies are in there as well. Oh gosh. Bless your heart, that's quite sweet. And there is actually a heart in here. I might stamp a couple as well. Oops. Okay, and we'll do that in yeah, lovely lipstick. Whoa, oh, nearly dropped it then. Oh my word. Okay. Oh, that's cute. So we'll cut that out. Trim a bit off there, I think. And then I think I'm going to pop it. I'm going to trim that off, don't worry. I'm going to pop it about here-ish somewhere. So I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals as well. Just a couple of the mini ones. But before I do that, I'm just going to stamp a couple hearts. Just sort of filling in some of the gaps. Oh, that's cute. And that'll go. Maybe add one more. Okay. Then add our sentiment. There. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. Just a little bling out as usual. Where's my bling gone? Where have I done with it? Oh, it's here. And then we can call it finished. Just some of the dinky ones. Not on all of the flowers, I'm just going to do it on 3 of them, I think. Aww. Cute, cute, cute. Okie dokie. So let's bring the others back in. Just get rid of that. So first card was the shaker card with our silica gel shaky bits. Then we made this wreath kind of looking card. Then our gift tag thing and then this one. So those are the 4 projects that we have made today. And let me just flip the camera back around. Where are we? There we go. Pop my glasses on so I can see. So yes, that's it for today. So there is a link in the description for the Jar of Love stamp set and the coordinating dies. If you need a catalogue, send me a message, and that's my phone, And who was it? Was it that was asking about questions about being a demonstrator? If you drop me your email, and I'll just send you some information so you can have a little bit more of a look at that as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today, and for my very first super chat. That was awesome. You do not know how fab that is. That's just literally made my day. Thank you, Ian. You're awesome. So yeah, if you don't know what that is, that's just a way of supporting me and my channel. So thank you, and thank you to all my subscribers. I haven't forgotten, I have over 2,000 subscribers now, which is just craziness. I never thought I would get to that. So a huge thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for everybody who keeps coming back and watching, because I love sharing crafty stuff, so it's awesome that there are actually people watching. So thank you very much, and I will see you all on Wednesday with a colour challenge using the Jar of Love stamp set. So make sure you, if you're not subscribed, that you are now, so you don't miss any of the upcoming tutorials, and we'll be back next Monday for another live class. So thank you, everybody. Thanks from Mum, and you can see my dad in the background there as well. We're just, that's just how it is. So wave goodbye, Dad. I'm finishing now. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time.